Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I am here in front of my huge pile that is on my desk. As you know, we did the Tidy Fridays, but I didn't touch any of my desk. I kind of worked, everywhere but my desk. So I thought it was high time that we come along and we do, oh sorry about my cup of tea there. We do another 7 days working with just what's on my desk. So that's what I'm endeavouring to do. Now I have to be really truthful and confess, yikes, look. This is my craft cart, which as you can see, it's lovely and organised kind of at the bottom. And then it just gets worse and worse as you go up. So, yep, on the top, just all sorts of rubbish now is, laid out all over the top of it. So I'm going to kind of include that in the 7 days working with what's on my desk. Now I'm thinking I might have to actually upgrade this to kind of 10 days working with what's on my desk. We did one of these last year, a 7-day, and we will see kind of how we get on really with 7 days, but we may have to actually extend it to 10 because there are now two piles that we're going to be working with. So, yeah, I'm going to hook the camera up and then let's just get pulling things from the piles and seeing what we can make. Okay, so the first thing that I've done, I've just pulled off a few of the complete pages that were kind of, spread around on my desk. This obviously, as you can see, not a complete page, it's just some vellum and it's like an offcut. But what I thought that I could do is make a little tiny journal. There was this paper bag buried when I went through that pile on my actual desk. So this can be used as the cover, and like I say, I will obviously, cut these papers down to size so that they fit in here to make a little tiny journal. Now, a couple of these printed pages, so these ones here, they are plain on the back. They are just plain white. So what I will do, I will either take those down and print something on the back so that they're not just stark white, or I'll coffee dye those before putting this journal together. So that's going to be a complete kind of project, on its own. So I'm just going to put that to one side, and we can do that obviously, after I've kind of prepped the back of those pages. So the next thing is, let's have a look through and see what else is here. Okay, so I mean, I've got some basic things that we can just very quickly make, make some pieces of ephemera and things like that. So like for instance, this envelope, I'm just going to make, a super quick pocket from it. And then, that's just done then. And, doesn't require any thinking about it at all. It's just a complete piece and it's just done. So again, let me just see, I've got some scraps here that are left on the desk from something else. So again, might as well just use some of the scraps to decorate the envelope. So just going to cut this one down to size. I'll just do that like that. Okay. And then, this is a great way because, I've now got rid of a whole envelope. Ooh, a whole envelope and this scrap of paper. I know, what a drop in the ocean, but, every little helps, as they say. So you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? You can't kind of go in thinking it's all going to be just cleared in, in one hit. It's just not going to be. And, that would be just unrealistic. So, yeah, better off being realistic and having a little bit more, realistic expectations, I guess. So we'll just glue this down. And I must try and remember to keep all the bits that we make during this series like I did last time, because last time I kept them all separate so that we could go through at the end and see what we'd actually made. And, it was quite shocking because we had actually made quite a lot. And, we made a complete journal. I can't really remember. I think I made a complete journal. I made a kit, loads and loads of things. So it was, it was really good. And it was really nice to have all the bits separate so that we could then look and see what we'd achieved during that week. So I must, I must make sure that I do that this time. So again, just having a look to see what I've got to obviously put on the front of here. Okay, I mean, lots of these are literally just, sheets of paper, which of course, I can just then make things pretty quickly just from one of the sheets of paper. So, I mean, this is just like a scanned in copy of some of that marble page. that I made with my daughter, and I can just use this, and then that's another piece of paper gone from my desk, to just cover, you know, that flap. So like that. Okay. Oh, I don't know where the sun has gone. It was a really lovely day, and now suddenly the sun's gone in, and yeah, don't know quite what's happened to it, but it's definitely gone in, and not really looking like it's about to come out anytime soon. Okay, and then just cut this down to size as well. Now I'm going to try not to be stingy, and I am going to try and just literally, you know, throw scraps away. So because of course otherwise, you know, if I'm just keeping tiny scraps, this will be miles more than 7 days working with what's on your desk. It would be like, you know, 17 days working with what's on your desk, or 70 days working with what's on your desk. So yeah, I'm going to try my very best to be a little bit ruthless and actually get rid of some things as we go. So there we go. And then I did actually have some clusters also buried, and actually I've got this one with the blue. That looks really nice on there, just, you know, just like it is, doesn't it? And then I've got some black lace on here. I don't know whether the black lace is going to, you know, to go with this, but let's give it a try. So again, just going to cut that down. Oh, it's not the best, is it, that black lace? I mean, I love black lace, as you know, but, you know, you've got to be honest, haven't you, when it's not going to cut, you know, cut the mustard. It's just, yeah, not going to work. Okay, so I'm back. So I've just bought in some blue lace. This has all been coffee dyed. So, yeah, let's just ink this cluster up. And then I'll ink up the, well, ink up the pockets as well. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, and then we can have this on here. Right. So we could have some lace going. Actually, we could have the lace going across the middle of that. I'm not sure how well in frame I am. Hopefully that's a bit better. And then we could have some lace kind of coming out behind that cluster somewhere. Sorry, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat for some reason. And you know what it's like, it's not really there, and then you switch on the camera, and my gosh, it's there then. Can't get rid of it then. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, so ooh, this is going to be a bit tricky. Right, let's just glue this piece here down. Okay, and then I'm going to glue that Eiffel Tower piece. This is just a stamped image onto there. Oops. Yeah, love how that looks. So then this lace here, which is obviously the same lace. So yeah, I mean, I've had this lace for years and years, but this is just some that, you know, I've coffee dyed this and just haven't really got around to using. So, but it looks good with this pocket, doesn't it? So I'm just going to glue this down here. Probably should use my Fabri-Tac. So again, let me just shake that Fabri-Tac. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. So I'm going to try and put like 2 lines of glue. Oh, sorry, I'm going to have to just unclog the Fabri-Tac slightly. I don't know why, but yeah, it's not used it, I guess, for a couple of days, so let's just unclog that. No. Sorry about this, guys. This doesn't happen very often with the Fabri-Tac actually, and you know, particularly obviously with these bottles, these Sugar Bell icing bottles, you know, it doesn't very often clog up, but you know, when it does, it's obviously a nuisance. And then just here, so hopefully I haven't actually put the glue where that, you know, the row of holes are. Okay, and then I'm just going to put this down at the back there. Okay, that looks really pretty. And then just chop this off here. So I'm not going to necessarily be making things to match, or, you know, like as a complete kind of kit or anything like that. A lot of these bits are going to be, you know, just isolated or, you know, individual pieces, because of course I'm just, you know, grabbing whatever is actually on my desk. So, yeah, that's the plan anyway. I wonder if we just would like a number or something. Oh, that is so nice. Just going to tear this down because it's quite big. Okay. I've probably made it really tiny now, a bit too small. I quite love it on that background, to be honest. So yeah, let's just pop that down. Okay. Right, yep, like that. Now, thinking we do want something here. I'm not quite sure what we want there. No, don't want that because that's the same numbers, which is a bit weird. A bit too matchy-matchy that is, isn't it? If you've got the same numbers going on. Could have that. Yeah, let's just have that there. Okay. Okay, that's our first piece done. My gosh, that took us a long time, didn't it? Or it felt like it took us a long time. I don't know whether it really did. Right, so what I should do is, as I go along, I should actually try and use up scraps literally as I go along. So I'm saying this now, I mean, probably, you know, by day 2, yes, day 2, this will have gone out the window, but I just kind of thought, oh, perhaps this is quite a good way to keep on top of this, is to actually use the scraps as soon as they're done with, you know, before they kind of make their way anywhere. And by make their way anywhere, I really am just meaning before they get buried anywhere again on the desk. So yeah, I'm going to kind of try and do that, I think. So there's 4 little bases there, and this piece obviously I'm going to bin. So that's those. Right, I've got some doily. Let's just tear off the doily. Okay. Okay. Like that. And the final piece. Okay. Right, that can go in the bin because that was just kind of the doily innard, which, you know, sometimes I might use that, but mainly if it was coffee dyed, not really so much if it's, you know, just plain like that was. Right, so I'm just now having a bit of a rummage now, seeing what I've got on my desk that's going to, you know, go on top of these, because of course I'm trying to be good and stick with using the piles from the desk rather than delving into, you know, other things. So let's just cut out these, you know, which, to be honest, I mean, if your desk looks like mine, you probably have got a ton of things there that you don't need to be pulling in other things. I mean, definitely, yeah, that's the case on my desk. I'm not trying to insinuate that your desk looks anything like mine, but it maybe does. If you're a crafter, I'm kind of thinking possibly it does. Okay, so I'll just then do one of my numbers there. These numbers against that blue, they're really gorgeous, aren't they? Really, really gorgeous. I don't think I'm going to be using this number, to be honest, because that green, I'm not sure, is so good on the blue. Well, I quite like it, to be fair, but to be honest, you know, would probably then struggle to actually use it in a journal. So, because sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but, you know, I might really like how something looks, but then the chances of using that, it would be like just one isolated piece and wouldn't necessarily go with anything else. And even as I've said that, I've plonked it on there. So who knows, it may get used on there after all. Okay, right, let's just see what else I've got up here. So I've got this little photograph from this, my vintage tanners, and obviously, as you can see, it's been printed on the back of my Purple Rain ephemera parts. So, oh, she looks quite nice. Yes, I quite like her. Now, have I got some book page or anything that I can pop in behind her as well? Yep. See, everything's just here buried on my desk, so I really don't need to be grabbing anything else. It's all here. You know, everything I could possibly need is all literally here. No need to be grabbing anything else whatsoever. Okay, just decide which side I prefer the flower. I think that side. Oh no, where's my stapler? Oh, come on, stapler. Oh no, see, put it in my bag. Hang on a second. Okay, sorry about that. Crisis averted. I thought, oh no, I don't believe it. My stapler's now not with me. That would have just been irritating beyond belief. But it's just, I'd taken it downstairs yesterday, you know, last night while we were watching TV. So, yeah, it was still kind of in my bag where I'd taken it down. Okay. So that's the first cluster. And again, you know, could put some lace on there or something. It's quite nice, isn't it? Just like coming out at the bottom. Yay, the sun's just come back out. Hopefully it's going to, yeah, come out and stay out now. Okay, right, let's get on with these. So, I mean, again, you know, that's super simple, but quite nice, isn't it? So, just pop that like that and just see if we might want a bit of blue lace just poking out behind. Doesn't help that this lace is so screwed up. I mean, yeah, I probably should have ironed it. I mean, the chances of me ironing these bits of lace is, yeah, pretty slim, to be honest, but it would have certainly benefited from being ironed, let's just say that. Okay. Oh, that's better. Okay, let's just pop it underneath. Oops, just touched my finger with the knife, the hot glue gun. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Yep, so I'll just pop that to one side. Okay, next one. Like I say, I'm not really too sure about that number actually, so let me just hold that one for a minute. Let's just put in some more book page. It's quite good like that, and I wonder if I have a flower or anything that I could use. Just have another look. I mean, obviously there's all sorts of stuff here I'm sure that I could use, but whether I can actually find it, that's the question. I mean, the ironic thing is I can still see things from even the last time that I did the 7 days working with what's on my desk. So I've got some butterflies here. These butterflies were gifted to me in a Happy Mail. Well, a happy email. Okay. Okie dokie. Because I mean, it's tempting to just bring in my pot of ready cut butterflies, but I mean, of course, that's then not clearing my desk at all, is it? It's just using what's off of my desk, and that's not what I'm needing to do. Needing to clear what's on my desk. Okay. Yep. Just staple that. That looks nice. Okay, so this one here, not going to use that number, I'm pretty sure. So again, let's just get another butterfly. I'm thinking perhaps we could tear in that other lady from that vintage Tanner's paper. So yeah. Okay. Honestly, I mean, it's just bizarre, isn't it? Because, you know, this is, I mean, I don't know how long I've been filming for, but it's taken a little while, hasn't it? You know, and we've not really cleared anything from the desk, have we, so far? You know, 4 bits of paper. I mean, I have got that pile beside me, actually, that we're going to make that journal from. So, I mean, I guess that's quite a big difference, actually. So, yeah, perhaps it's not as bad as I was thinking. She is lovely on there, isn't she? Yeah, I love her. So, again, let's just see whether we could have some book page. Yep, okay. Just staple that. Oh, come on. Gorgeous. Right, okay, I'm going to bin this. Yep. Okay, so there's some clusters. We can just put those behind us as well. Although I'm thinking, you know, it would be quite good to actually use them on some bits that we do make. So, oh, I've got another envelope here. I mean, obviously these envelopes, I mean, I could just kind of, you know, fold them back over and put them back into my envelope store, you know, where I keep my envelopes, to be honest. Maybe that, you know, would have been more efficient, you know, more sensible, but we might as well use them now that they're here, mightn't we? So, okay. So this here, this is my Melrose garden paper. So it's been printed on the back as well. So I'm just going to kind of cut it to size. So that, and then in on this side. Okay. Actually, I might just tear this down. I quite like those rough edges, so you know that's quite a nice way to get the rough edges, isn't it, when you tear them down? Oops. Or tear right into them, one or the other. It's all fine. Okay, and then let's just tear across the top. Right, let's just get this little scrap here. Okay, right. Looking good. So we'll just put that then here. And again, just going to kind of take that bottom section off. Okay, let's just pop this one down. Okay. Like that. Okay, and I would just spread that a bit with my Costa card. Okay, that looks good. And then let's fold our pockets up like that. Oh, this is annoying. Let me just cut this down. Okay, this is a bit of a bodge. So this is a how not to craft. Okay, because it was just that was, you know, squashing in, which didn't look so good. Right, so again, could just have this on that bottom bit as well. So again, just going to tear that down. Okay, and then just go up here. Okay. Right, which end do we prefer? Yeah, preferring this end with all the polka dots, I think. So oh, now that sun's come out, it's straight away getting really quite warm up here. I mean, it really doesn't take too much, does it? You know, the sun doesn't have to be out for very long before it really starts warming things up, I think. Okay. Yeah, so I'd love it if you guys would join along with me and do a 7 days working with what's on your desk. Sorry, that was obviously a bit of a mouthful for me today. Yeah, I would love it if you joined along, and I would love to see what you guys come up with and what you make, you know, from what's on your desk. That would be absolutely awesome. Okay. Let's just glue this down now. Okay. That's that. Now I've got some ready-made clusters here, so I'm just wondering, oh, that's a gorgeous one on there, isn't it? Yeah, really, really, really love how that one looks. That's so cute. Okay, so I'm going to go for that, definitely. It's really nice. Just glue this down here. Okay. Oh, that looks so gorgeous. So gorgeous. I mean, who would have thought that cluster would look so cute on there, but it really does, doesn't it? Okay, just wondering whether I could have one of these on here. I'll just cut this out. And these are just some leftovers from my Perfect Pockets set 4. I just thought colour-wise this would go, you know, quite nicely on here. Okay. Okay. Oh, I should have put my glasses on for cutting this out, to be honest, because I don't think I've made a great job of that. Honestly, I mean, I know I say this all the time. They're just literally, they're on my head. That's just sheer laziness, really, why I haven't lifted my arm up and pulled them down. I've just got no rhyme or reason why that would be too hard to do, but oh, I love how that looks. That is so cute on there. It's quite delicate, isn't it? Just wondered whether I might want a little bit of book page or something, maybe coming out behind it. Let's have a look. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm just going to take that down because it's quite big on there. It doesn't need to be anywhere near as big as that. Okay. Oh, I love how that looks. That's just so cute. Right, okay, so just ink this up a little bit, not too much, just a bit. Okay, just glue this one down. Okay, and then we'll just pop this banner piece on there. Oh, that looks so gorgeous. Really, really, really love how that looks. Yeah, really, really pretty. Okay, so that's done. That can just go behind me on that pile on the floor. Okay, let's have a look and see what else we've got that we fancy doing. I mean, hopefully we're going to get through lots of this stuff, but yeah, I guess it's just what do we fancy doing and when. Okay, so this is from one of those, you know, card making packs. So these are quite good for doing hinged pieces because, of course, you know, you've got that kind of fold that's already been folded, you know, by the shops. You know, which actually makes a brilliant solid kind of piece, doesn't it? So I think what we'll do, let's make a couple of hinged pieces that we can make, or that we can, you know, put into our journal. So, oh my goodness, hideous cutting again. Okay, and I'm just neaten this side up as well. Oh my gosh, awful, awful, awful cutting, honestly. Don't think it's much better now, but maybe a little bit. Okay, so I mean, we could have them either way round, you know, long or, you know, wide, doesn't really matter. Just kind of, you know, suit ourselves on that. So again, let's just try and use up, you know, the scraps that we've already now created. You know, because then I'm getting rid of complete pieces rather than just odds and ends of pieces. So let's take that. Let's just see whether we could fit in a bit of book page there behind there. Okay. Okay. And then we'll just glue this one down. going to pull it over this side, I think, and then cut it down this edge so it, you know, fits better on there. Actually, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to pull it this way and cut it down on the other edge. Yeah, complete U-turn there, even as I was doing it. Okay, so now I can just cut it down here. Like that. Just spread that out, make sure it's glued flat. Flattish anyway. Oh, right, what have I got? I've got some green qulity. Okay, and I've got like a header here from some vintage paperwork, which, you know, again, this could go quite nicely. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? Okay, I've got a lock here. And again, let's just trim this. So again, this is from that Perfect Pocket 4, set 4. The same one as that little banner piece as well. Okay. Okay. Don't know why, feeling hungry today again. Again, I mean, it's only about 12 o'clock, which, I mean, I don't generally have lunch until a bit later. So I don't know quite why I'm hungry already today, but it's just annoying, isn't it, when you're a crafter and you're hungry, because you just think, oh, you know, don't really want to finish what I'm doing to have to go and eat. You know, I'd rather just be here crafting. Okay. Oops. Oops. Right. I mean, I just cut this out. I don't know whether this might want to go on there. Again, I've got this lock here, which, I mean, in an ideal world, I would obviously be brave and take my craft knife and cut that out. Whether I'm going to be able to get to there and cut it out is another thing altogether. So let's first try inking it up. That looks okay, doesn't it? No need to be getting the craft knife out, which is good. From my point of view, that's very good, because I'm not great with my craft knife. Okay. So yeah, quite liking how that looks. Now, just wondering, do we want a little bit of lace tucked in behind there? So technically, I mean, this lace is not on my desk. It's from my little bag that's beside my desk, but you know, it's pretty close, isn't it? It's not a million miles from my desk, so let's just check and see how that one would look. Or is that a bit too peachy? I know that paper's got quite a lot of peach in it, so I thought it might have gone okay. But yeah, I think probably it would be better with something else. Oh, I've got this, which is green. This is my food coloured lace, which actually looks quite nice with it. I've got some white. Oh no, not white. Not the white. Can't see any ivory, which is a bit of a shame, because that was what I'd actually gone in here looking for, was some ivory. No, can't see any. Okay, right. Let's just hang that back up. Let's go for the green. Okay. I mean, again, I love this kind of threaded type look, you know, when you just tear the lace down. I love that. I'm not saying it's everybody's cup of tea, of course, but I just think it looks quite cool. Right, going to bring that down here. Might even have it kind of over there and just trim a little piece off, I think. Okay, so again, let's just staple this into place. Okay. cute, doesn't it? So, right, I'm going to try my very best to just hot glue all of this down. So I'm just going to kind of hold it in place with the wet glue, if that makes sense, like that. And then I'm going to just take my hot glue and hot glue the whole thing. Just going to snip that there. Because otherwise, sometimes the lace has a bit of a tendency to want to sort of curl around. So, and that can just alter the shape of your piece. Okay. Oh, I keep on dropping my hot glue on the floor. Sorry about that. Okay. Yay, going to have that lock there. Looks cute. And I might just round these corners. I'll just ink this as well. Okay. We'll just glue that down there. Looks pretty, doesn't it? Do you know, for a minute I thought, oh no, I've glued that on upside down, you know, with the keyhole the other way up. Yeah, thankfully I hadn't, but I just kind of, as I took my hand away, I thought, oh, I bet I've glued that upside down. I mean, not that it probably matters, to be honest, but, you know, it obviously does look better up the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so that looks quite pretty, doesn't it? Kind of feeling a bit like I need something at the top, strangely enough. So, yeah, I might just have to run a little tiny bit of lace up there as well. Yeah, I prefer it like that. So just going to hot glue this lace on here. So just run a little bit of hot glue along there. Okay. And then just go, oops. Oh, come on. Oh, sometimes you can just tear it so easily, and other times it just doesn't want to tear at all. Okay, so there's that piece, and that would obviously then be a hinged piece on a page. And, you know, you could hinge that over a belly band, you could hinge it, you know, over a pocket, or you could just, you know, of course, just have it hinged on its own. But really, really cute, isn't it? So I'll just put that one on the floor behind me as well. So next one, and this may be the last piece that we actually have time to do today. I'm not really too sure how long I've been filming for, I'm afraid. Okay, let's do a different one because it's a bit boring when we do all the same stuff. So I've got some other you know, printed pieces here, so just to kind of mix it up so we're not doing all completely the same, which, you know, how boring is that? Looks. I mean, I've not even put anything else on there, but already I'm loving how that looks. Okay, let's bring in my book page. Okay. Might have to put it the other side, perhaps. Oh, I don't know. Maybe like that. And then depending on what we kind of put on there, I guess, is going to depend, you know, how rubbish or good that really looks. Do you know, I'm just going to glue that down because I need to just make a commitment, don't I, somewhere here. I always say this, but, you know, honestly, even if I kind of then in the end think, oh, I wish I hadn't glued that down, I still find it easier to have glued something down than be still, you know, debating, shall I put that there? Shall I put that there? Once something's actually fixed onto the page, it just seems to somehow, you know, make the rest of it easier to come together. All the time you've got really loads of freedom of choice. It's almost a little bit too, you know, too overwhelming, I think. So again, just got some more different book page that was laying about on the desk. So just thinking I could just pop that in there as well, underneath that decorative paper. Could even have it that way round with the stamps. Yeah, perhaps I prefer it that way with the stamps. Okay. Right, so there's that one. I mean, it's shocking how many leftovers and things that you get, isn't it? You know, that you accumulate on your desk. And I mean, sometimes they're not intentionally leftovers. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes in my case, they're just things that, you know, have gone astray while I was making something. So yeah, it wasn't my intention to misplace things at all, but they've just gone astray. Okay, there's that one. Now, again, just reaching for my ready-made clusters that, again, were buried on the desk, because I just thought, oh, you know, maybe some of those might look nice on there. Oh, no, not that one. Need one that's sort of colourless-ish. Colourless-ish. That's just not good English, is it? A bit more colourless, perhaps I should say. I mean, we've got that one. Still not sure about that, because I'm a bit OCD, I think, about the, you know, everything must look the same. Let's just see what else I've got here. Got one of those Tim Holtz people. I mean, she is pretty tiny, it's got to be said. She's not really kind of, you know, the right size for that piece. So that's a bit of a shame. What else have I got here? Got some of my butterfly film strips. They may look quite nice on here, so let me just pull in this one. Oh, that's quite nice on there. So I'm wondering, do we want to have that as like a cluster, or just kind of even over there? We could maybe add some, again, maybe some black lace. Let's just have a look and see. So I'll just cut this lace down to sort of similar size to this. It's quite nice, isn't it? Just going to take this little header piece off of here. Okay. Oh, that's quite lovely. Yeah, I love how that looks, to be honest. So again, I'm just going to hot glue this whole piece down, which hopefully is in turn going to hold that lace in place. Okay. Like that. And then again, I think what I'll do is just round the corners off. So just get the corner rounder and round those. And then we'll just ink around the whole thing. Okay, like that. Oops. Okay, so that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Let me just see what any of these bits are. No. Sorry, I just had a few bits like left at the side, and I thought, well, I'll just see if, you know, if it needs anything else. But to be honest, that probably is all it needs, I think. Got that blue butterfly, which actually would look very striking on there, but I'm not quite sure. Again, it comes to kind of when I come to use this, you know, the chances are I'm going to have gone for quite matchy, and then having just literally even just one butterfly that's blue, it will stop me wanting to use it, because I will deem in my, you know, in my head it will be kind of screaming at me saying, no, that doesn't go, you've got blue on there. You know, I mean, it's just ridiculous. But I think if you're that way, you know, your mind kind of thinks in that way, then it's very hard to get out of that way of thinking, isn't it? I mean, that does look pretty, but definitely I just know that when I come to use that, I'm going to kind of be literally like, can't use that, it's got blue on it. You know, because if there's not blue anywhere else on my page, that to me will just feel like that's, you know, not going at all and out of place completely. So I probably am better off just leaving it, I think, which is a bit of a shame. Let me just see, because I'm sure I had some stamped butterflies somewhere. Just see, because my stamped butterfly, I'm sure, was just buff coloured, which actually that might then go quite well. No, can't see those now. These bits here, these are just literally from a project that I was doing the other day. So I know this is cheating to get these all off of my desk in one hit, but I'm going to put these back in the little ephemera folder where I got them from, because, you know, they weren't really kind of laying about on my desk anyway. It was just I was happened to use them the other day. So yeah, they can actually go back in the ephemera folder. Okay, put them on the floor ready to go back in. Oh, what have I done with those butterflies and bits? Maybe I'll put it here. Oh, come on. Must be somewhere. Well, it must be somewhere, but yeah, I'm blowed if I can find it. Oh, that's just really annoying. Really, really annoying. Right, let me just have a look. Hold on. Finally found it. So, yep, it's here. So I'm thinking actually off to the side looks quite nice. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to literally cut this like in half there, and hopefully then I can actually still use that half on something else. So let's just glue this one down. Okay, and then I'd piled this all up to the side, so it was like underneath those 12 by 12 pieces of paper. And then I also found this little fabric flower, which, as you can see, it's already been inked up. So I'm thinking that looks quite cute, you know, somewhere on here, maybe over there. So again, just glue that one down like that. Okay, right. So this is probably all we're going to make today. Let's pull in the bits that we've made so far. I have to say the pile's looking no smaller whatsoever. Not at all. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be, but we've pulled off, don't forget, the pieces that I'm going to coffee dye. So they are off to the side. And then we've also made these three kind of main pieces. Oh, no, sorry, 4 pieces of ephemera. And then we've made these clusters as well. So, you know, not too bad, to be honest. We've made quite a bit, and we prepped, obviously, some stuff ready to be coffee dyed. So, yeah, not a bad start, I think. As I say, the desk is looking no different, but we've got a few pieces ready made. So I will be back tomorrow, and yeah, we will continue this and see what we can get done tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.